Well, friends, you must have seen by now that WZCC has been doing a.
Sorry, I just one interruption. Is there any question before we give you the closing remarks? Any questions for any of the directors, any chapter chairs, any subcommittees, any members? I just want to say that we will have a panel session in Perth at the World Zoroastrian Congress in Perth. We will be taking part. Women Entrepreneur will be taking part, and on behalf of WZCC. So just want you to know, if any ladies, any youth ladies, young ladies want to come forward, help, take part, please see me. No questions? Can we really now formally close? Okay, great, thank you.
No problem. As I was talking, friends, you must have seen by now what brilliant work WZCC has been doing all along. We cover trade, business, commerce, industry, entrepreneurship, professionalism. We cover ladies, try to encourage them. We try to encourage our youth. And I think it's a wonderful job, an all-rounders job which WZCC has been doing all along. We are extremely grateful to the founders of WZCC who have put in a lot of efforts, and the current president and immediate global past president, Minushoff, has been many times telling me that, Adi, our report card is really very excellent all along. And it is because of that excellent report, many of our well-wishers have been trying to give financial support. And it is because of that financial support that we have been able to do a lot of good work, and I'm sure we will continue to do a lot of good work over the years to come. We should thank all the sponsors, the advertisers, the well-wishers, the people who have been giving us financial support all these years. And I'm sure over a period of time, WZCC will have great strides. There is only one point I would like to emphasize here, and this is my personal experience. I still find our youngsters are lagging behind. We don't have reliable statistics. How many youngsters today are sitting on the boards of various top-class companies? Hardly any. At least in Tata's, I know very well. What I find amongst youngsters, and I'm not here to criticize or demoralize them, in fact, I'm trying to encourage. Jehan Kotwal was the first person to come to me and talk to me, and I encouraged him. Am I right, Jehan? I find that they are still lacking the killer instinct, which has been there with many other communities. I have repeatedly mentioned that in other communities, a young boy simultaneously pursues 3 professional careers, friends. He tries to be a chartered accountant, he wants to be a cost accountant, he also wants to be a company secretary. Tell me, and I challenge, show me one single Parsi individual who does that. I don't think so. I can give you another example related to the defense forces. I met one gentleman, Parsi gentleman, Brigadier Gowadia. And he was telling me that, Adi, what you say is absolutely right. Some time back, I met a lady who came along with her son. And she was telling me that he wants to join the army, and therefore please give him some background. And after about 20-30 minutes, I asked the young boy, do you have any questions? And he says, Adi, you know what he asked? He said, Uncle, may I બધું સમજ્યું મને એક ચીજ કહો કે વોર ટાઈમમાં મને રજા મળશે કે? I'm sorry, I'm again saying I'm not here to criticize, I'm not here to demotivate people, but this is a problem. This is a problem which has to be solved. Our youngsters must work hard. They are not doing so. They are still in that comfort zones. They still expect that everything is fine. I have my own house, I have my parents, I have a car, I have a small job in some central bank of India, and I'm happy. And I can merrily carry on. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Yes, tell me. Fine. Yes, yes. I fully appreciate. There are, there are excellent.
Yeah, yeah.
I, I am glad. I
And
fully appreciate.
I agree with you, lady. I agree with you. I have one something to add, Adi. You won't like me, but I want to add that don't keep blaming youngsters that you are not doing.
I'm,
Blame the
com-
parents
I'm
for
coming to that.
not
I'm,
encouraging them,
I,
putting them out, or whatever needs to be done. Don't blame the youth.
I'm, I'm coming to that. I know there are always some good exceptions. Okay, okay. That's fine.
Dinsha
I'm,
wants to say something. Dinsha, go ahead.
I'm glad I'm provocative.
I beg to differ with what Adia said. I think, I think the fault lies with our generation because when youngsters dream, we say they are crazy. When they succeed, when they succeed, we say they are greedy. Pay no attention. All you youngsters remember one thing, which I've been saying time and again, that each successive generation is far smarter than the earlier one. Otherwise, we would all be living in the Stone Age and not in the Space Age. Thank you.
I have a live example of a youth from Bangalore itself, okay, by the name of Mr. Master, who is the youngest director in one of the largest IT companies in the world, Accenture. I was a part of Accenture, so I know about that. A lot of our Parsi youth in the IT sector, it's not only related to engineering, defense, and anything. Nowadays in Bangalore, the major focus is IT. That's what our city is recognized for.
Yeah.
And in most of the big companies around, whether you call it Wipro, Accenture, Infosys, you will have at least one youth Parsi director. The only thing is, we youths don't come out in these forums to express ourselves. That's why the knowledge is a little less. But the youth is equally hard work.
Yes, Rustam.
I,
I fully agree with the gentleman there. One of the faults is that we really do not recognize those youngsters. And remember, when most of these shining heroes you've been talking about were youngsters one time. So give them time. Give them time to grow because they're not going to all become at 25 or age or something the big directors of big corporations. So I'm sure it will work out fine.
thank you. I'm glad that I've
And
provoked.
Chief, I want to say that in Bombay also we have very young entrepreneurs, young professionals in their 20s who are heading for their own businesses and professions and are doing extremely well. I know for sure because I'm part of the WhatsApp group that's just been floating around. And I see them every minute, ting tong in my office, and I look at it. Somebody's challenging somebody else, somebody is talking to somebody else. A question comes up, do you know I need this? And there are 15 WhatsApp messages, contact so and so, do this, do this, do this, do this. I beg to differ, but I don't think that sort of enthusiasm, passion, or quick response we expect from our generation. We wait for the email, Aaj joyo email, kale nahi joyo email, report, end of the month apyo. These guys don't wait. Their day begins at 10:30 in the night. And that's the way they work. So we shouldn't be objecting to all that.
Thank you anyway.
Hi, my name is Sotoxi Contractor and I'm coming here for the first time. I'm from Southern California. I'm hearing a lot about Bombay and India. What are we doing for the young adults back home? I know of people, my two son-in-laws are both entrepreneurs and But I have not seen that enthusiasm that I see from these young people here. None of them even know about WZCC existing until last month when we formed a chapter. So what are we doing about all these young entrepreneurs there? I was just talking to Jehan, how do we connect the entrepreneurs in the West, especially the IT people? Wonderful.
Contact the region chair.
Well, friends,
He's my
my,
good buddy, I didn't know. You know?
my only aim was that the environment is highly competitive. Our youngsters have to put in a lot of efforts. We can't rely on what our ancestors did or I mean, I have become a chartered accountant, then everything is stopped. That's it. That's not the end and be all of everything. I think my friend Percy has come across several instances where we have interacted with youngsters who come out with a business plan. Mr. Kharas is also the witness. What business plans they come out with? Sickening. A fellow says that in the first year of my business, my turnover will be 5 lakhs. Second year, it will be 25 lakhs. Third year, 5 crores. And fifth year, 500 crores. I am not here again to be critical of what our youngsters do, but I honestly feel, based on my own experience, that we have to work hard. Times are bad, and it is time that we understand what we are talking about. The youngsters, when I tell them, they say, "Arey sahib, apna baap dada hai to em ki do, tem ki do. We are going to do this and do that." I tell them that the man who has nothing to boast about, but his ancestors are like a potato. The only thing belonging to him is underground. Let that not happen, friends. That's all I'm saying. Thank you.
Adibhai, I hope you're going to, Adibhai, I hope you're waiting for the next session because I would like to answer some of those questions. Thanks.
If I may, as a member, since we are laying so much emphasis on the youth, and I think you already, since we are laying so much emphasis on the youth, and rightly so, and that you have already now elected and nominated a youth as a director, I think it would be in the fitness of things if we had a chair for him right now on the dais.
Guys, we will have a 5-minute break just so that you can stretch your legs, have a cup of tea, then come back quick. Yes, okay. Come on, Jayan. Today's your day. Well, board of WZCC. We will have a 5-minute break. Please do come back if you really want to understand the youth. You want to help them, and they need to help you. Okay?